Carol. I'm so glad you've joined us today. All right, today is class number 3 of our 30-class chair yoga series. We're going to stay seated again today, and we're going to add in another warrior pose. If you like the experience, click the subscribe button. It is free, and leave a comment. Let's get started. So we're going to sit up nice and tall in our chair. We're going to move a little bit forward so we're not leaning back. Let's focus our attention on that mind and body and breath. So we're going to take a moment to ground our feet to the earth, right? So think about having both feet on that floor and equally weighted. So if you tend to pronate or supinate your feet, just think about trying to have all 4 pressure points of both feet equally weighted on that floor. And now we're going to ground our sits bones. So the same idea, right? So we want to sit up nice and tall on those sits bones, but we want to have them both on that chair and equally weighted. We're going to lift our heart up nice and tall, lower those shoulders down out of the ears. Place your hands lightly on your thighs. Flip the palms up. Close your eyes and connect to your heart center. Taking a deep breath in and a full breath out. Just breathing deep in and full breath out. One more deep breath in and full breath out. Then just breathe your natural breath, drawing your attention in towards your heart center. One more breath here. Bring your hands to your heart. Set your intentions for today's practice. One more breath. Bring your hands down to your thighs and open your eyes. Let's roll those shoulders so it's a forward and an up and a back and a down, and let's do that again. So the idea here is to really feel all 4 areas, right? So it's a forward and an up and a back and down, and let's reverse it. There you go. Good. So it should feel good, right? We're trying to release some of the tension in that neck and those shoulders. Let's do one more. All right, now let's do one at a time. So instead of both, we're going to do one at a time. Good. And then let's reverse that. All right, very, very good. Okay. So we're going to grab the back of our chair, and this is a little, it's also for the neck, it's a little neck stretch here. So I'm just holding on to the back of the chair low, so you don't want to be way up high, you want to be kind of low. And we're just going to let our right ear fall towards our right shoulder. Oh yeah, I don't know about you, but I really feel this one. It's like I have tight shoulders anyway, and tight neck. Those scalings, right? That's what I'm feeling. I don't know about you. Okay, now just drop your chin down towards your chest. Let that head fall. So I say grab the back of the chair, and it's a light grab, right? So I don't want you squeezing the back of that chair and cutting off the circulation to your arms and your hands. It's just a light little hold. And then we're going to do the left side. So I don't know how that feels for you, but I can really feel the stretch. We have one more breath. Now, we're going to tuck our chin again. Let that head fall. And then you're going to reach up with your hands, and you're just going to lay them on the back of your head. So don't pull. Just let the hands lay there, and your elbows are towards the floor. So gravity is helping, a little weight is helping give a little more stretch. One more breath. Take the hands down to the thighs and go ahead and lift that head up. And let's roll those shoulders again. What do you think? I like the shoulder roll. And you can do one at a time if you like that, right? That's good. All right. Very, very good. Okay. Mountain pose. But we're going to be adding a little something onto our mountain pose. But remember, you don't ever have to add on, right, in my class. Ever, ever, ever. So keep doing the previous version if that feels better for you. But we're going to start just like we have before. So mountain pose. Spread those fingers to stretch those hands. All right, are we ready for those goalpost arms? We've got this. Squeeze that shoulder blade behind. Now lengthen to the ceiling. So remember, you can always leave the elbows bent if that feels better. Okay. Now, we're going to take our right hand and we're going to lean it back onto our chair, okay? And then extend that left arm up and then we're going to lean. So I've got my hand here on the chair to give me a little bit of support. Now I'm going to take that hand to the ceiling and I'm going to turn and I'm going to look up. And then I'm going to lean that mountain again. And then I'm going to take my hand to the ceiling and I'm going to turn and look up. And then I'm going to do it again. I'm going to lean that mountain one more time. Hand to the ceiling, turn and look up. And then we're going to bring that hand down. How did that feel? Do you like that little add-on there? Okay, well, I say little. It's not really little. It's a pretty big add-on. Here we go. Mountain pose. Spread those fingers nice and wide. Belly stays tight through this whole series. Goalpost arms, squeeze those shoulder blades back behind you. You got it. Fingertips to the ceiling. Trying to touch. Lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. All right, let's bring that left hand down to the chair. We're going to extend that right arm up as high as we can get it. Belly stays tight, and we're going to lean our mountain. Now, we're going to take our hand to the ceiling, and we're going to turn and look up. And then we're going to lean that mountain again. And we're going to turn and we're going to look up at that ceiling. And then we're going to lean that mountain one more time. Hand to the ceiling, turn and look up. Bring the hand down and release. How did that feel? Good? All right. So if you were with us in the previous class, we did that cat and cow. So instead of grabbing the back of the chair today, we're going to take our thumbs to the back wall. Lift that heart up. So your chin lifts a little bit, thumbs to the back wall, belly stays tight. Now, round down, the hands on those thighs, pull the belly in, tuck the chin, and let the head fall. And we're going to do that again. Thumbs to the back wall, shoulders stay down, lift up, look up slightly, belly button to spine, round down into cat pose. Hands on thighs, look at your belly button. Let's do that again. Inhale up if you want to add that breath. And exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up. And exhale down. Last time. Inhale up. And exhale down we go. All right. Very, very good. So now we're going to do a wide-armed cat and cow. So we're going to place our hands behind our head. Elbows are wide. So I want you to think about lifting up through the spine and opening up through the throat. Okay, so here we are in our cow pose. Now, as we come into cat pose, we're going to round our spine and we're going to drop our elbows down towards the floor. Okay, keep your hands behind the head. Tuck that chin, let that head fall. So I don't want you pulling on the head, but just having the weight of the hands on that head is going to give you a little more stretch. All right, ready? Pull that belly in, lift up. Wide-armed cow pose. And round down into that cat pose. Let those elbows fall down towards the mat. Hands stay behind the head. Don't pull on that neck. Don't pull on the head. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, down we go. 2 more. Inhale, up we go. Exhale, down we go. Let's do 1 more. Inhale, up we go. And exhale, down we go. And release. All right, very good. Excellent work. So next we're going to do a gentle twist. Now, what I want you to do is keep your knees forward, okay? So we're going to start by just keeping our knees forward, and we're going to take this hand and we're going to place it on the outside of that knee, okay? Other hand is going to be back on the chair. We're going to lengthen super long through the spine. We're going to pull that shoulder back, okay? Pull the shoulder back. Then we're going to turn and we're going to look over that shoulder. And one more breath, and we're going to face forward. Okay, let's do the other side. So this hand is going to go on the outside of that knee, opposite hand to the chair, lengthen through the spine, pull the shoulder back, and we're going to turn and we're going to look over that shoulder. One more breath and face forward. Okay, so it's a great version of that twist, and if you want to stick with that one, stick with that one. So then first add-on we're going to do is we're going to take our right leg, we're going to leave it right where it is. We do not move it. And we're going to take our left ankle and we're going to cross over, okay? So what I'll see often in my in-person classes is people do this. So I really want you to try to keep this right leg out. Make that left leg come across. There's where you're going to begin to get the stretch, okay? All right. Now, we're going to do the same idea. So we're going to take this hand, we're going to place it on the outside of that leg, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine. Pull that right shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath here. Face forward. We're going to take this hand to the outside of that leg, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen, pull that shoulder back, turn and look. It's one more breath here, and we're going to face forward. And let's unravel that and do the other side. So we're going to leave that left leg where it is. We're going to cross the right leg over, okay? Right hand on the outside of the thigh, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine, pull that shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath, face forward, leave the legs where they are. Take your left hand on the outside of that thigh, right hand to the chair, lengthen, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath, face forward and unravel. Okay, so we have one final add-on to this little twist series. So now I'm going to take my right knee and I'm going to cross it over the left. And again, if this doesn't feel good for you, you're going to do one of the other two versions. That's why I like to build. I like to give you different options, right? So you can pick the one that you like. Okay, we're going to take our left hand, place it on the outside of the thigh, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen through the spine, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. Face forward. Right hand on the outside of the thigh or the knee, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. Face forward, unravel. We got to do the other side. So we got to cross that other leg on top. Hand on the outside of the thigh, opposite. We know what we're doing now. Opposite hand back, extend, pull that shoulder back, turn and look. Face forward. Here we go. Hand here, opposite hand to the chair. Lengthen, pull the shoulder back, turn and look. One more breath and face forward. So we had a lot of work right here through the center of the body, right? A lot of little twisting action happening, sideways muscles working. All right, very good. We're going to move into a warrior two pose. So we're going to take our right knee and we're going to open it nice and wide, okay? Good. So remember, we want to keep this knee open. If this knee begins to fold in, I'd rather you bring that foot in and keep your hip, knee, ankle, and foot in alignment. So whatever that means for you, I don't care how open that is. I just care that you keep that alignment. Let's bring those arms up. We're going to squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. And if you remember a couple of classes ago, we talked about that. If I tried to pull that arm down, I couldn't, right? So that's how you know. Excellent work. Okay, so we're going to move to a warrior one pose. What's going to happen is this knee is going to fall down towards the mat. We're going to bring this back arm down and around, and we're going to bring our arms up to the ceiling. So here we are in a warrior one pose. Belly stays tight, crown of the head to the ceiling. Extend those arms up. You can leave the elbows bent if that feels better for you. All ready? We're going to move back to that warrior two. And we're going to do that again. Back hand rotates down and around to warrior one. And we're going to move back to that warrior two. Can we do that one more time? Down and around, up we go. There's that warrior one. Belly stays tight, crown of the head long, shoulders out of the ears. Back to that warrior two. Now we're going to reverse our warrior. So we're going to look over those right fingertips and we're going to flip that right palm to the ceiling. We're going to lift that hand up towards the ceiling as the opposite hand comes down to the chair. Extend the spine long, crown of the head long, fingertips try to touch the ceiling, and then we come past the midline of the body. There's our reverse warrior. And then we're going to come back to that warrior two. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms, really activate that upper body, and release. Excellent work. Let's bring that foot in. How'd you feel? Okay, so let's do the other side. Here we go. So we're going to take this leg and we're going to open it wide. So you've got one knee facing this wall and one knee facing me. Remember, this knee has to stay open. You're going to rotate. So just kind of rotating right here at the ribs facing me. You should feel that inner thigh really working. Bring those arms up. Here's our warrior two pose. All right, try to keep those arms as parallel to the mat as you can. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. Now, I'm going to look over my left fingertips. You don't have to. You can keep facing me if that feels better for you. But we're going to move into a warrior one. So starting with this back hand, we're going to bring it down and around as this knee falls down towards the mat. And up those arms go, okay? All right, ready? We're going to come back to that warrior two. So this knee just kind of comes up and those arms come out. Back hand windmills down and around. We come back to that warrior one. And then we're going to move back to that warrior two. Do you see how that knee just kind of comes open? And let's do it again. Down and around to warrior one. And let's open it up to that warrior two. We're going to do it one more time and we'll add that reverse warrior in. Ready? Down and around to that warrior one. Let's come up to that warrior two. And we're going to look over our left fingertips. Make sure your shoulders are down. Flip that left palm to the ceiling. And we're going to bring that hand up towards the ceiling. The opposite hand is going to come down to the chair. Extend long, crown of the head long, fingertips try to touch the ceiling. Then you're going to come past the midline of the body to reverse your warrior. We're going to come back to warrior two. Squeeze the muscles against the bones in the arms. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Bring the hands down and bring that leg in. How's that feel? Do you feel your inner thighs? I do. Woo, my goodness. Those are a pretty good stretch for those inner thighs. A little bit of work here in the sideways, the arms. It was a good one. So warrior poses are strength building poses. So that's kind of where that comes from. So the next series is a forward fold, but we're going to do this in a little different way. We'll be doing lots of different ways of forward fold. In this particular one, we're going to keep those cactus arms, okay? So we're going to keep those goddess arms. So we're going to come up. So remember, crown of the head to the ceiling, abdominals are engaged, shoulders are down. We're going to come into those goalpost arms, those cactus arms. Now, all you're going to do is I want you to keep your belly super tight. Keep that spine really long. You're going to hinge at the hips, not at the waist. You're going to hinge at the hips, and we're just going to come forward. Oh, yeah. Yeah, right. Now, pull your belly in super tight. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, up we go. And we're going to do that again. Inhale. Exhale, down we go. Hold it for 2 breaths. One more breath. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, up we go. We're going to do that one more time. Inhale. Exhale, down we go. Hold it for 2 breaths. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, up we go. Bring their hands down and take a break. So that's a great version of that series. And if you want to stick with that version, you can. Now, the next piece of that, which is we're going to be here, and as we come forward, we're going to drop our hands to our thighs, and we're going to see if we can let our heart fall a little bit further forward. So as you begin to let your heart fall forward, what we tend to want to do is move into cat, right? We want to round. This is not cat. This is forward fold. So we're going to keep our back flat as we come forward. Okay? Here we go. Let's do it. Goddess arms. Let's come forward first. Really keep that back flat. Nice long spine. See, I'm not looking down, am I? I'm kind of looking out. Now, from here, we're going to take our hands and we'll place them on our thighs. And we'll see if we can let our heart fall even further, but keep that back flat. Inhale here, exhale, back up we go. Let's do that again. GoHPO arms, cactus arms, goddess arms. You'll hear me call it a lot of different things, right? You're like, what's she talking about? Here we go. Lengthen through that spine, belly tight. Forward we go, hinging. Hold it here, 2 breaths. Now, drop your hands or your arms to your thighs. See if you can let your heart fall any further. Does that feel okay? All right, let's roll it up into seated. Okay, so the final piece of that, if you want to do it, only if you want to do it. So we'll be here, and then we're going to let our hands fall on further down. Maybe they walk down your calves, right? That's fine. Or maybe you have your hands to the floor. Please listen to your body and do what feels good for you. Okay, we're going to start here, just like before. We're going to hinge forward. We got this. Let's put our hands on thighs and let our heart fall a little bit further. Okay, are you ready? Do you want to give it a try? Maybe you walk your hands down your thighs a little bit further. Maybe those hands come to the mat. But I want you to keep the back flat. Don't let the head fall, okay? Keep the back flat. Heart is below the head, so the head stays above the heart. We have 1 more breath. We're going to roll it up into a seated position. I would really like to do that one more time. Can we do it one more? This is it. This is the last one, I promise. Here we go. Come forward first. You feel your back working, your abdominals are working, right? Extend nice and long through that spine. Keep the crown of the head long. Back is flat. Hands on thighs. Let that heart fall a little bit further. Okay, are we ready? Hands walk down the legs. Maybe they come to the floor. Remember, keep the back flat. We want the head above the heart. For 3, 2, and 1, and roll it up. Oh my goodness, that feels so good to me. How do you feel? All right, let's move into our Shavasana pose, our resting pose. So we're going to go ahead and scoot back a little bit in that chair. If you want to lean back, go for it. That's fine. Our hands are going to rest lightly on our thighs. Flip the palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Take a deep breath in and a full, complete, cleansing breath out. Make yourself willing. You never would have thought you could do it, but you did, because you really wanted to, or you had no other choice. What other things might you be able to accomplish that you never thought you could? What profound challenge, what deep-seated desire can you set before yourself that would energize your spirit and activate your skills? When you are unwilling, nothing much happens, no matter how well positioned you are. When you are sufficiently willing, pretty much anything is possible, even if you're burdened by severe disadvantages. Determine exactly what would make you willing. Fill your mind and your heart with all the details of how much better it will be than any alternative. Put the whole of yourself into an intimate and continuing relationship with your reason why. Make yourself willing. Amaze yourself again with all the good things you can get done. Make yourself willing, fill your existence with purpose, and bring to life all the achievements you are meant to achieve. Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. Reach up with the right hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that left hand down towards the floor. Release it. Drop your chin towards your chest. Reach up with your hands. Give the head a gentle tug as those elbows fall down towards the mat. Release it. Drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Reach up with your left hand. Give the head a gentle tug as you press that right hand down towards the floor. Release it. Look up just slightly. Open your mouth if you want to stretch your jaw. Bring your hands to your heart. Honoring one another, we say, Namaste. Very well done. Thank you so much for joining. We have made it through class number 3. Please keep showing up. Click that subscribe button. Leave me a comment, and I'll see you next time.